Once you've read about the TMJ tension and the tension through the head and neck and down through to the forelimb and the shoulder, it's nice for you to actually see some of the routines to massage through these areas of tension and just some of these massages and areas, muscle groups put together. So you can see the brachiocephalicus, which you've studied on the notes in this CPD. And I'm just working through doing some finger and thumb kneading, so some compression glides. And predominantly, you can see me working here from C6 to C3. So this is where I really home in on the tension because this is where Parker seems to carry a lot of his tension. And it's very, very common for any horse, especially with stress and tension in the neck. So I come down, once I've done the brachiocephalicus, I come down. So I'm on the splenius area, but I'm really homing in on the SVC, which is the serratus muscle, serratus ventralis cervicus. And because I'm trying to explain about everything being connected, if I'm treating tension in the brachiocephalicus, then there's ordinarily going to be stress within the serratus muscle and the splenius area. So, this neck shoulder junction. So here you could see that I worked through again with some kneading, and then I'm using the compression. So compression bringing about vasoconstriction, which brings about the vasodilation. So constricting. So I'm pressing, and I'm usually there for up to 2 minutes. And then when I come off, so when I've compressed the tissue, then I come off, you get the rush, the surge of new blood to that area that brings the oxygen and the nutrients. And then you can see me doing the cross fiber friction in the same area. And this really loosens off Parker's neck. So you can see everything moving really freely. And that's because we've done all the prep work through brachiocephalicus and some work through the splenius and then the compression. So he's really just let go of that. And then again, the stress and tension with the TMJ, tension in the neck, and then linking to the forelimb, because as we know, the brachiocephalicus muscle runs from the poll and into the forelimb. So it actually inserts into the humerus. Then it makes sense to come and massage and release tension in the shoulder. So I was working on supraspinatus and infraspinatus with some compression glides. And then I used some tapotements, just some light cupping. So important to get those muscles because they are the shoulder stabilizers. And then just working through the triceps and the deltoids with the shimmying technique. This is really good for stripping through any adhesions, any knots in that muscle. So, any really tight fibrous bands, they respond very well to that stripping. So it was just good for you to see a routine put together when we discuss stress and tension from TMJ down through the neck and into the forelimb, into the shoulder. It's good for you to watch the routine of how I would treat this. So you can see here through the triceps, I obviously found a stress point. I think it was more of a dormant stress point. There wasn't a lot of pain response, but it definitely felt like an adhesion, like a speed bump in the road. So I chose to do some direct pressure there. I'm just using thumb pressure. And then again, similar to how you saw me in the neck, I'm using cross fiber friction, which is fantastic after any type of compression or direct pressure. So it just helps eliminate anything else that is possibly brewing and helps just break up any adhesions, anything stuck in the tissue there. So triceps area and deltoids treated there, and then just some drainage strokes. Then the withers. So I'm here through the thoracic trapezius at the moment on this video. But again, if there's going to be stress and tension through the neck and shoulder, it's going to be carrying stress and tension through the trapezius. And then everything's connected. You've got the trapezius superficially laying over the longissimus dorsi muscle. So, following on from some of the cross fiber strokes on the trapezius, you can now see me just working slightly lighter, but with the pads of my fingers along the long back muscle, the longissimus dorsi. So I wanted you to see how everything is connected. You know, everything's connected: neck, shoulder, back.